The Robinhood app. It has revolutionized finance and introduced stock trading to millions of millennials, advertising commission-free trading to the masses. But like all things in America, nothing is free. Customers, skeptical of their business practices, have begun to raise concerns suggesting that some of the ways they make money are unethical, preying on young, non-institutional investors. Today we break down all the ways Robinhood generates revenue and provide some transparency to a number of issues that are commonly brought up when speaking about the Robinhood app. The first source of revenue we will go over is interest. With millions of customers depositing thousands of dollars to their accounts, Robinhood publicly acknowledges it uses your parked cash to earn interest. Lending out and earning sweet interest from your cash gives Robinhood a large piece of their annual revenue figures. According to their website, the company explicitly states that it makes money from interest from customer cash and stocks, much like a bank collects interest on cash deposits. This practice isn't really unique, and many companies and businesses, including other trading platforms, engage in the same practice. With your money insured via the SIPC, this business practice isn't really something anyone should be worried about, and it's widely regarded as normal throughout the industry. The second source of revenue we will go over is premium services. I'm sure if you have a Robinhood account, you have probably at least seen emails, ads, or pop-ups regarding Robinhood Gold. Advertised as a suite of powerful tools, data, and strategies to supercharge your Robinhood brokerage account, Gold will allow you to have access to premium features such as a bigger instant deposit, professional research from Morningstar, level 2 market data from NASDAQ, and most importantly, access to investing on margin. By trading with margin, investors can increase their buying power, essentially borrowing money from Robinhood to trade with more than what they have in their cash balance. With this service comes a monthly fee with different tiers for different levels of service. This brings us to the third source of revenue, margin interest. For customers who are borrowing money through margin, Robinhood currently charges around 5% as a yearly interest charge for any amount borrowed over $1,000. For small accounts, this doesn't represent a whole lot of revenue, but for the top 5% of their customer base, this 5% charge can really add up for them. This sort of service is found throughout the finance world, with brokers and trading platforms all engaging in similar business practices, offering margin rates as a way to provide customers additional buying power and allowing themselves to earn more revenue. Now the fourth source of revenue, the controversial one. Robinhood is well known to make some money from a business practice commonly referenced as exchange rebates. If you head over to Robinhood's website, you can actually view a page titled How Robinhood Makes Money and get more details on the practice. But basically, it works like this. When you submit a trade on Robinhood, Robinhood does not submit that trade directly to an exchange such as the NYSE. That would cost too much money. Instead, they submit your trade request to a market maker that typically offers better prices than public exchanges. To compete with exchanges, market makers offer rebates to Robinhood, essentially giving the company a percentage of your order as a sort of incentive to go through them. According to their website, Robinhood Securities has relationships with a number of market makers and sends your order to the one believed to be most likely to give you the best execution quality. Rebates are not considered when your brokerage orders are routed. Now I know some of you are probably screaming at your monitor, getting ready to write a 4-paragraph comment explaining why this is a bunch of BS. And fair enough. I find it also hard to believe that a for-profit company isn't sending your orders straight to the highest bidder. I also find it hard to believe that the market maker is then executing your trade fairly, not selling it to a high-frequency trading firm, or maybe even front-loading your order. At the same time though, Robinhood maintains explicitly that all market makers with whom they have relationships pay them rebates at the same rate, claiming they simply choose a market maker that will give you, the customer, the best execution and speed. In fact, this entire practice is one of the most highly regulated areas in the industry, with the SEC closely monitoring all of these rebates. Robinhood even provides a quarterly report that displays all relevant information pertaining to SEC Rule 606. You can view one for this quarter by clicking on the link in the description. But even if you don't believe any of this, there is a very simple way to get guaranteed execution. For even finer controls, Robinhood offers limit orders, stop limits, and trailing stops, which allow you to name your own price, filling only when your price is reached. In 99% of scenarios, this is good enough and ensures that your order gets executed at the best price, the one you explicitly name. Robinhood also has a portion of their FAQ dedicated to the practice of front running, explicitly stating the following question: do you or the market makers use high-speed technology to trade ahead of Robinhood orders? Answering no, this practice, known as front running, is illegal. Finally, Robinhood has one last revenue source called cash management, a new feature that currently allows users to get a debit card issued by student bank. Robinhood receives something called in-state fees from transactions when you use your card. This is very common in the industry and is just another way the company is trying to grow revenue figures and reduce their reliance on refunds, as that practice has slowly come under the microscope of regulators and lawmakers tightening down on the practice due to a number of growing concerns. These concerns are highly complex, with terms like dark pools, front running, and citadel. In my upcoming video, I will break these down and explain the entire concept of market makers. But for now, thank you guys for watching, and make sure you leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about Robinhood and what your experiences have been so far.